Hello, this is Spidey1958 and welcome to my mod spotlight on the Advanced Power Management mod, formerly the Charging Bench mod. This has been updated to 1.4.2 and they've made a lot of neat changes in that. First of all, we have the charging benches here. And if you notice when you open them, you can see your armor slots. So like your lap pack or your armor that you need to drag over, you can drag straight over. And the interface is a little confusing, but not that bad. This is how much energy it can store. This is how much is in it. And as you see here, when something comes in, if you pump it in the top, it comes in here, goes in here to be charged, and then goes here when it's done. And if you pump out the bottom, this slot. So if you see here, I basically am pumping batteries in the top. They get charged, get pumped out the bottom. And I'll show you why I'm doing that in a little bit here. So we have three grades, the Mark 1, or the low voltage, the medium voltage, and the high voltage. And you each see that they hold progressively more energy. Now the reason for that is the recipes now for making them involve a bat box for the low voltage, an MFE for the medium voltage, and an MFSU for the high voltage. So they have built into them the full storage capacity. And you can also discharge them by applying a redstone signal. So you can use them to sort of store on-demand power. But there's a better way to do that, which I'll show you here in a minute. So that's the basic charging benches. They really haven't changed much except for being, it's really convenient that you can just, well, let's go to the one I can do that. I can just stick my helmet in there and it will charge all the way up. Or my gravitational. And you'll know when it's done. And you can also stick in batteries and they'll charge right up. This slot lets you discharge it to charge it up. So those are the three charging benches. But there's more than that now in the mod. We also have these, which are the battery stations. Again, in a low voltage, a medium voltage, and a high voltage. And what they do is if you pump batteries in the top to their charge, it puts them here in the discharging grid. Well, it will discharge the batteries. And then once they're discharged, it will send them out to this box. Now, if you pump them in the top, they go into here. And if you pump out the side, they come out of here. And you can actually, you can actually pump out of here by pumping out of the bottom. I'm not sure why you do that, but you can. So what you see I'm basically doing here, as an example, is I'm charging batteries there. Pump them into this chest, which could be an ender chest or whatever. Pump them into here. Discharge them, and then send them back to be charged. So that works pretty well. And to build these, I forgot what they're called. Battery station. It's basically, it's basically, how do you instead of a bat box, it's the same thing, but you use a transformer. So they're cheaper to make. Now you can apply a redstone circuit to them and they will stop discharging. And these, if you apply a redstone circuit to, they actually send their power out instead of in. So, okay. And the next device we have here is the storage monitor. What you do is you take a blank link card, which you can make with just copper, paper, and that. You put that in your inventory. You right-click on any device. The card turns blue. And then you can stick it in your storage monitor, and it's now linked. The range for this is anywhere in the same dimension, but it has to be in the same dimension. And then the interface, basically what it will do is when it gets up above this level, it will turn off the redstone signal and leave it off until it gets below this level. So say we want to always keep this battery 20% charged. So we always turn it off at 20. So let's go ahead, set that for 30. So now it's going to discharge until it hits 20, and then it will turn off again until it hits back to 30. So you can basically use it to monitor your power and the turn on and off. Of course, that assumes that you have this set for do not output energy on a redstone signal. And as you see here, once it gets below 20, well, let's bump this up. Boom. Yep. Once it gets below this lower threshold, it emits the redstone power until it gets back up to the higher. So again, a neat device. And then there's one more type of block here, which cannot be crafted, which I'm using here are these blocks. They have no interface, but this one, if you put a redstone circuit on it, emits a continuous 32. This one I think is 256. Basically, this gives you continuous max low voltage, medium, and high. And this gives you extremely high. And this one you can set for the exact size of packet you want going out and how many packets you want to go out a tick. So you can't craft these. These are only for testing purposes, or if you're doing a adventure mod or something like that. But I find them really handy for mod spotlights like this. So that's the advanced crafting or advanced power management mod. And that, hopefully you saw some neat ideas you could have with using this stuff. I've thought of several. So until next time, this is Spidey 1958, and have fun Minecrafting.